Hi everyone, I'm going live. Yes, an unearthly 7:30 where you would have never seen me come alive. Here I am coming live to just take up a few questions on hydration. I thought that's something which would be really interesting to talk about. So today's live is going to be about skin hydration. Ask me as many questions as you want, only about hydrating the skin, the aging of the skin, the wound healing capacity of the skin, skin irritation, dry skin. We could deal with all of this, okay? So what do you do when the skin goes dry? First thing, look for a right moisturizer, isn't it? How do you know which moisturizer is right for your skin? Depends on your skin type. So if you do have a very dry skin, you may need a thick, creamy moisturizer. If you do have a slightly combined skin, then it's best for you to see whether it is oil dry or dehydrated, which is water dry. Then depending on that, you could use a creamy, oil-based, butter-based cream or use a more hyaluronic acid cream, which is mostly water-based, right? And then you could also end up with a very oily skin wherein you just need just about some hydration onto the skin. So then you use more cream which is flowy, milky, serumy in its texture. And then the content could be more hyaluronic acid, more water-based, more things like a niacinamide serum. All of this would suit that kind of skin. Now there are times when you have applied the best creams, most expensive creams, doctor-prescribed creams, it still does not hydrate your skin. What do you do then? That's when you look for the same hyaluronic acid that I told you can apply on top of the skin for hydration is what you would like to either consume, which means to say have in the form of a tablet or a capsule. Like for example, our raw Hydrate, which is one of our best sellers, works really well because it just not only has collagen in it, it also has sodium hyaluronate, which is the edible form of your hyaluronic acid. Yes. And therefore, it not only stimulates your collagen production, it also helps the elastin production and the ground substance. So therefore, the skin becomes dewy, more elastic, more plump and more youthful. So that's why our Hydrate, raw Hydrate, is such a big hit. Now, other than that, what else can you do? Injectable. Yes, you can inject. You must have all heard of fillers, right? Some of you will be thinking fillers are those that are used to kind of change the face shape, take away the lines. In some wrong hands, you've also seen fillers look unnatural. No, fillers can actually look beautiful. It's a work of art. So along with choosing the best doctor, you need to also see that your doctor is an artist. That's one. But if you don't want to venture into filler, but just want a natural hydration for your face, and that's about it, because you understand the skin heals better with hydration, right? The first signs of aging is a dry skin. So you would like to use a good hydrant to make sure the skin is not aging badly. Healing, when the skin heals beautifully well from any wound, when skin is well hydrated, it has its own capacity of healing, is at its best. So whether you have an atopic dermatitis, whether you have an eczema, whether you have an extremely sensitive dry red skin, or you have a slightly aging skin that feels dry, or you have hormonal issues like thyroid which makes your skin dry, or let's say you're on isotroid, you're on anti-acne treatment, the skin and lips feel really dry and chappy, that's when a hydrating injection works beautifully. And now there's this new hydrating injection which not just causes hydration but repairs the skin, helps in wound healing, increases your collagen, elastin and ground substance. Isn't that fantastic? That is what today's live is about. And I'm going to inject live on two patients today. One on the neck, one on the face. As I'm injecting, keep the questions flowing and I'll be most happy to explain. Alright, so we are going to do the neck of this patient, where all I'm going to do is inject a little bit to hydrate. Look at that, simple. A little bit on the neck, a little bit there. Give me a gauze, sister. A little bit there. And then, can you just put a finger for me here? No, the sister is doing it. That's it. See, there's absolutely no pain. She's also quiet because she's a good friend of mine. And she's been super cooperative. And look at that. That slight crinkliness was bothering her. She was like, Doc, I just hate that slight crinkliness on the neck, slight dry skin that I've started to feel. You know, neck shows age sometimes much faster than the face shows age. That's when you just want that little repairing to be done or a little boosting to be done. You just need some hydrating injections and voila, that's it, you're done. And this is something that I repeat once in a month for around 3 times, and her neck is really well hydrated. What else can I do for neck injections? Move her and get me the next patient, please. So what else do I do for neck to rejuvenate it? You could do certain energy-based devices like highly focused ultrasound, which is the Altera, which is a fantastic American FDA-approved machine to lift the skin. You can do a radio frequency, either a multipolar radio frequency or a monopolar radio frequency. That again tightens the skin of the neck. I love to combine these hydrating injections with a bit of a Botox at times, where little Botox will take away the chicken leg appearance on the neck and then gives you those horizontal necklines go away. That is something that really works well on the neck as well. And now I'm going to work on yet another person on the face who is going to be more interactive and ask me a lot of questions, because this is one of my friends who's very inquisitive. She will read and then come to me and say, but what is this rush? But what is that rush? So you'll have a lot of questions, okay? So we're going to start that off. I'm just going to wait. Is there any questions that I can take?
Does hydration help to fade acne marks sooner?
Yeah, when you hydrate, when you have those acne pit marks, what is your doctor trying to do? Try to remodulate and get more collagen there so that the pits close up, the pores close up, right? Imagine if I can give you something which hydrates you there as well as helps close those pores and pits. Isn't that wonderful? So a good hydrated skin sometimes heals itself. So it is a beautiful thing to do. Yes, it does. What's the other question? Okay, so hydration, there's only one question coming.
Yeah.
There must be more questions, a lot of questions there.
Acne and oil.
It's okay, please tell me there are other questions while we are preparing her.
I got acne and pores and my skin is oily. Please recommend me sunscreen which I should use.
Sunscreen, water-based sunscreen is a good one to apply, okay? So here it is, we are going to start working on her face. So Rupali, why did you think that you need to even come and do this treatment with us? What was your skin issue?
I'm concerned with anti-aging treatments, and I've read great things about Profilo. So, Doc, what I need to ask you is, what does it do for mature skin?
So that's a fantastic question. So what it does to mature skin is, like I said, bioremodulation. One, it hydrates the skin. That's what mature skin needs most, hydration. So you end up really hydrating the skin wherever I inject, and that also leads to a lot of collagen regeneration. That is what it does to mature skin. So there you go. That's all is what we end up needing to do. What are your other questions?
How often do I have to do this treatment?
So I'd like you to do it, say, once in a month, and we could do it around 3 times, and that gives you a fantastic bioremodulation. There's a teeny bit of bleeding that can happen, especially when there's a lot of lights focusing on a person. If the face looks a little hot, that's when you can have like a teeny bit of a bleeding. But otherwise, you saw the previous patient that I injected on the neck, there was 0 bleeding. On the face, sometimes when the skin is red, when the skin is tired at the end of the day, and then you have rubbed your skin maybe just before, that's when it happens. You don't even need an anesthesia, you don't need a numbing cream, and you saw how comfortable she was even talking at that time, yeah? That's how comfortable this whole thing is.
And how often, how long would the effects of one sitting last, doctor?
Almost 3 months, but I'd like to do 3 sittings back to back, because then the result will last you almost for a year.
That's interesting. And would this interfere with any other routine treatments that we do, like a laser?
No, not at all. In fact, all of those laser, what does it all do? It causes wound of the skin, literally, right? It stimulates your collagen through either heat or through penetration. It's basically a controlled wound that you're causing. So when you're doing these treatments over those or along with the lasers, it in fact in combination gives you an absolutely wonderful result. So there you go. This is as simple as that. So I remember why she used to really want it is, in her profession she travels a lot, and therefore skin used to be always dry, red, parched. No matter what cream we gave her, she used to come back saying, oh my God, it's still burning, it's still hurting me at times when the temperatures changes or she's in colder countries. So that's when we started doing Profilo, maybe around 2 months ago. This is her second sitting. That's when we saw a huge change on her face. Do you agree with that? Do you want to say something about that?
I have seen a significant change, and what I like the best is there's no downtime from this. And like you said, it doesn't show that you've done the treatment. And most importantly, it's relieved my skin from its extremely dry condition.
Yeah, so that's that. So that's about it. Thank you so much. And any other questions can be directed to me. Anything about hydration?
For skin dullness, how does hydration work?
So why does the skin feel dull? Skin feels dull because the light doesn't actually reflect back from the skin really in one direction, right? It scatters. So that's when the skin feels dull. So when you hydrate the skin, it's luminous, it's plump, and it reflects the light evenly from one plane. Therefore, hydration really helps the skin glow, skin get really, really better.
If I want a glass skin, will the hydration treatment work for it?
Yeah. One of the things that you do in a glass skin is a well hydrated, nourished skin with very less pores on the skin. So how does that work? One is by hydration, two is by stimulating your collagen so the skin tightens, isn't it? So this is one of the best thing to do for that to get gloss skin.
Any natural packs for hydration, face hydration?
Honey, banana, all these are great packs for hydration at home. However, it's best eaten. I keep telling most of the natural products, like a few things like a sandalwood paste, all of this, I really, really believe in. But the rest of it, it's best you eat it. Why would you put those food substances on the face when you have the best bioavailable, scientifically done products which can give you more hydration? What is a pot of cream? A lot of hyaluronic acid based creams, simply coconut oil at home, simply a pot full of whole cream will give you a great hydration.
Pigmentation at 50, how does hydration help to stop it or get rid of it?
Oh, that's a smart question. So pigmentation at 50 is usually 1, age related, 2, dry skin related. 3 could be related to certain nutrition deficiencies like maybe B12 deficiencies. Also check your thyroid hormone. All of this can lead to pigmentation and the hormone change happening at that age. So we need to take care of all this plus hydrate. Even by chance, if you are not able to take care of each one of this, sometimes a normal healthy individual can also have a dry skin and pigmented skin at this age. So when you hydrate it, it automatically, immediately the pigmentation you will see goes down. 2, skin heals itself. For example, that perioral around the mouth, you see some people having dark skin. You please ask most of them, they'll also have a dry skin. So the dry skin actually becomes inflamed and then becomes dark. So hydrating will definitely help a pigmented skin.
Does raw hydrate and raw bright show results in a couple of months, or one needs to use it regularly, and for how long?
You need to use it regularly. Like a raw bright and a raw hydrate with the raw defense would be a wonderful combination to use for a dehydrated skin. If it is really very dry, like you're at a menopausal stage, you can also add Primrose Plus. So these would really give wonderful results along with maybe some right kind of home care in terms of creams. But this is like going to the gym. You go to the gym, you lose weight, you get your 6-pack or whatever pack you want to get. What happens if you just leave it? So whether it is a supplement or going to the gym or eating right, all these are good lifestyle habits to get to the optimum of your health, optimum of your beauty. It is not or optimum of your well-being. It's not just something where you're looking at lack of disease, correct? So the optimum has to be maintained. So likewise, you take the raw hydrate and the raw supplements that you want to get to the goal that you want. Once you get to the goal, you go on to a maintenance stage, which just keeps that going then for a bit. And then again, like there are days you don't go to the gym. There are a couple of weeks that you skip the gym. So like that, once you attain what you want to attain, you could take a few breaks. You could forget it a few days. It'll still go on, but you can't just give them up totally, right?
How do I take away hydroquinone based product out of my skin? My skin starts to darken after using it.
Yeah. So hydroquinone is not necessarily an ingredient for the long-term use, and that to a continuous use. So you need to be very, very careful. Start hydrating your skin, the first thing. And the skin will learn to heal itself. Slowly wean hydroquinone off. that is really going to help. Yeah, that's one of the best ways. Now, I think I am really at the end of the day. I was actually taking a long teaching session of Profilo now, finished it, then I got inspired and I said, let's do a live. So that's about it. Thank you very much. Thank you all of you for coming live, and see you soon. Good night. Stay safe. Save the life. Save the life. Don't get out without saving it.
So